And welcome to another edition of BCSN Sports Flash, where we talk to a lot of our former and current athletes that you've had a chance to watch for a long time on BCSN. And we've got a chance to talk to a couple of people that played together for a long time in high school and then had a chance to be reunited at the collegiate level. Maddie Strall and Maurissa Leonard played for St. Ursula's volleyball team and then with the University of Toledo this past year. Thanks for being with us.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Now you both have very interesting nicknames. You're Mad Dog, and I agree with Tom Cole and others have said, that's not the way I would think of it as looking at you, but you're Mad Dog and you're newborn, and your dad gave you that nickname. So,
yes.
So how did those nicknames come about?
So my senior year, newborn, was a freshman, and she was the only freshman out on the court, and my dad came to the first scrimmage, and he's like, who's that little newborn out there? And then after that, it just kind of stuck. Yeah. Like everyone my grade just basically called her newborn. So
I like it now. So
now.
At first I didn't like it because I was like, a freshman, I was nervous. I was like, it's a mean nickname, but then it grew on me. So now I like it. When she calls me Maurissa, I feel awkward.
and of course, the Mad Dog, that's just the competitiveness of your family is legendary, and so I guess it probably stemmed from that.
Yeah, actually, a parent on my travel team kept calling me Mad Dog during a tournament. I was like, come on, Mad Dog, and it just kind of stuck ever since.
Now, were you the same way? Like at first, you undecided as how well you liked it, or did you take to it right away?
I kind of took to it right away, and then my sister, Mackenzie, started calling me it all the time. So it was at home, it was on the court, it was everywhere.
And then we were talking about your academic programs, and Maurissa, you were saying that you're interested in nursing and maybe you would want to deliver babies someday. Yeah. So newborn would be the perfect nickname, right?
I'll be taking care of all the newborns.
So talk about your experience this past year at the University of Toledo. You played together at St. Ursula, and then you had a chance to play another year together at the collegiate level. How much did that mean to both of you as an experience to be able to reunite and play at the Division I level?
Well, first of all, I got to play my senior year in high school with her, and then so her coming my senior year in college and being able to play with her again was awesome because we were so close. Like, it didn't matter even in high school that I was a senior, she was a freshman. We would hang out on the weekends, we'd go to games. So, like, being able to play with her again was awesome because she's like one of my little sisters is what I call her too. So.
Yeah.
Now, what about you? I'm sure it helped having a friend, an ex-teammate on the squad when you were coming to play for the first time at the collegiate level.
Well, when I was a freshman in high school, it was nice that Maddie kind of took me in and as her little sister, and it was nice, and she helped me make friends and stuff on the team because everyone was seniors. And then when I came to UT and I was a freshman again, she kind of helped me, like I said earlier, we were partners, and so she helped push me and I pushed her. And it was just nice, and Maddie said, we hang out all the time. We'll lay out together or go to random basketball games. So we went to a high school game together just a few weeks ago. So.
Yeah, and we were talking, and you said at the start of the year you actually got paired up as partners in drills or exercises or what have you, and that was helpful for you to get involved with the team, but also just because you could talk to each other and say maybe things that you wouldn't have said to somebody that you don't know that you knew you could accept because it's just to make you better and you kind of know where each other was coming from. So that was valuable too, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely. Just because we didn't take it personal and we had the best interest for each other, so that was very nice.
Yeah. I wasn't scared to tell Maddie, stay low, whereas some people, I was like,
get the ball.
I don't want to step on your toes.
Yeah. They make you wear a beanie, until they get used to it, but here you could just do that. So how was your first year of collegiate volleyball after playing in high school? And obviously you play a lot of high-level club volleyball. Was it a big adjustment for you this season?
A little bit, but like I said, the first 2 weeks of preseason, they helped me a lot because they get you into shape and you play with the other girls on the team that are older than you, and you just kind of catch up with the speed. So it wasn't a major change, but I liked it. I like the higher level of play now.
Well, they put you in at libero early in the season, and you won the match, and you kind of took the position and ran with it from there. Did that give you a lot of confidence when you saw the team could have success with your back there, and that sort of helped fuel the rest of the season? Yeah,
definitely. It made me really happy that I could play that role on the team because I wasn't sure as a freshman in college if I could go on a team and be the libero, but a lot of people I just kind of took over, and all me and May were talking about earlier, all the DSs, we all help each other. So if I was having a rough game, they would help pick me up at the same time. So it it kind of helped me run with it because they also supported me. So.
And a freshman in that position, that's a leadership role
Yeah.
out there, and if you don't get the support for your teammates, that's a tough
Right.
position to be in. Now, what about you? You played a couple of years at Wheeling Jesuit at the Division II level. Your first year, you were all region as a freshman, and you had a very successful team. So did that make it a little bit easier to transition to Division I, or was there still that learning curve that you had to face?
It definitely made it easier because you not only volleyball but the school aspect on top of it, which, I mean, college ball is college ball. They're both competitive, but just Toledo, we have a lot more time commitment basically. I mean, with lifting and conditioning, it was just, that was the only thing. But with the play, it was about the same, and it was nice to see.
Yeah. How did you find that commitment level that everyone talks about at Division I? It's like a full-time job to go with the full-time job of being a student. Was there a little shock in there? I heard John Buck's practices got you ready for it, but I would imagine it was still something new, right?
Yeah, it was definitely new, and some practices would just be like really intense, and then I would have like class after practice and I wouldn't want to go, but you have to go either way. So that was rough, but I got through it because I also had class with 2 other freshmen. Like, we had all the same classes, so like it kind of helped to have someone else like always being there with me and stuff like that. So
your first year at Toledo was rough. It was they'd actually won the division for the first time the year before, but they lost a lot of really good players. So it was sort of a rebuilding year. But I didn't anticipate that you'd win one match all season. I don't think many people saw that coming. And then this year, better, you won 6 matches, but still down there far below where you'd like to be. And you both came from St. Ursula, winning programs all the time. Was that difficult to be part of a team that struggled instead of a team that was basically winning almost all the time?
It was difficult at first, but it's not like any of our matches weren't close. Like, every single night we would come out with our hearts and leave it all out on the floor. And I mean, it's not like they were blowouts. We were right there, and we had the chance to beat anyone, which, I mean, is obviously different from St. Ursula. Yeah, we were winning, but Toledo, we were a family, and we pushed each other every single day to try and come back out and fight hard.
Yeah, well, I saw quite a few matches, and it never appeared that there was a great difference in the talent level between Toledo and their opponents, maybe experience-wise or some other factors, but certainly not that. There were good players on both sides, as always in Division I. Do you learn anything from it that maybe looking back and you'll say, you know, if I'd have just kept winning and winning and winning, I wouldn't have learned this lesson about perseverance or whatever? Do you think that it'll be a valuable life experience in some way to go through that?
Yeah, I do. I mean,
definitely.
every chance is a different opportunity, gives you a new look. So you can't always be the winner, even though you want to be the winner.
Yeah.
And just going out there working hard every single day at practice in between, then it builds your confidence even more, and it makes you want to work harder because we were used to winning, and now we're like, what the heck? So we got to keep pushing hard.
There's something else besides winning?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but our dedication and our team and our coaches, they really pushed us to come in strong every single week. So.
And now you've got a lot of motivation going forward because you've got 3 more years you'll have to do without Maddie on the court. But do you think that you can use the lessons like that to really improve a lot next year and throughout your career?
Yeah, definitely. And, like, it helped that everybody on the team, like, it'd be different if I came to, like, a losing, like, team and, like, people just kind of gave up halfway through, but, like, we kept pushing each other every day at practice. And so, like, we learned from that, like, even though we pushed each other, we still have to, like, better that, like, be more consistent in practice and stuff like that. And we've been talking about that, like, in the locker room for the spring season. So we're definitely learning from it and trying to grow from it, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, Wilt Chamberlain, a famous basketball center who always lost to the Boston Celtics, and Bill Russell, I think I introduced you to him in his book last year, but he said, you know, there's some things in life that you learn that you can't learn if you just win all the time. And I think and he had a lot of opportunities to learn those lessons, and I think you guys would too. Quickly, what was it like participating in the St. Ursula program for so long? That must have been really special to be a part of that.
It was definitely special, and I actually learned a lot being at St. Ursula too, because yes, we always won, but like personally I never won a state championship, so it was hard going to states every single year and not being able to finish. So it's like one day I'm going to look at it and be so like happy that I made it there every year, and it's like a major accomplishment, but like right now it still kind of stings, but I learned like a lot being there, and we would be together from 8 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night practicing, so I made so many close friendships, and they're just people I'll never forget. And like even Coach Buck, like I'll always like appreciate him, and I'll always remember him. And same with like Shello and Sarah, all the coaches there, even Cromer and Muggs. Like they're people that even though I didn't play for them on freshman and JV, I like grew close with them because they stayed with us through the state tournament and stuff like that.
Yeah, they really prepared us. I mean, that was the 4 years in high school are your most powerful, important years for volleyball, and they really got us prepared mentally, physically, and gave us that competitive edge.
Yeah.
The coaches and our team was a big family, especially my 4 years, 6 freshmen, varsity right away. We bonded and set the tone for our underclassmen, and
definitely.
our coaches really prepared us for it.
So how does it feel not? She was saying you were working out today and all that, and you didn't have to be there. Does it feel weird not to have to be there?
It's weird. I don't think it's fully set in yet because, I mean, it's our first day back from break, so I saw them, but I don't know. It's different already. I mean, I can still work out on my own. I'll never have to run a sprint again. That's the one thing I'm happy about. But,
I'm sure if you want to show, I'm sure if you want to show up as a sign of solidarity and go through the drills, they wouldn't tell you can't. There's an open invitation. You got it right there.
He told me I could do that.
Well, that's certainly very, very large of them to give you that opportunity. We'll see if you avail yourself of it. But hey, it was great watching you guys in high school and you in college, and you've got several more years. We'll still be able to continue to do that, and best of luck with Toledo's volleyball team. And we'll hope to have you working at our BCSN camps too in the future.
Yes, yes.
All right, so that's Maddie Mad Dog Strall and Maurissa Newborn Leonard from St. Ursula and University of Toledo Volleyball. Greg Franken for BCSN Sports Flash.